Let's take a look at some of the new display layouts with our 250 series machines. So whether you've got a automation or a non-automation machine, if you're using the default layouts, your run one screen is going to look something like this here. So with that, we've got the machine cutaway, and we're going to show you basically all of your machine settings on that machine cutaway. So we're going to display the rotor RPM, the vane position, the pre-sieve opening, the upper sieve opening, the lower sieve opening, the concave opening, the fan RPM, our bushels per hour, our bushels per acre, and our percentage of engine power here. We've got our loss columns across the bottom, so if you have a non-automation machine, you're not going to have all of the loss columns. It will look something like what you're familiar to on the older machines. And if we select a non-automation supported crop on an automation machine, we lose the automation specific funnels. So when we do that, we've got our rotor loss, our sieve loss, and our tailings volume. If we go back to an automation supported crop, then we get our rotor loss, our damaged grain, our sieve loss, our material other than grain, and our tailings volume. So I do typically recommend running with something close to this run one layout. Now, a couple things I have changed here. One is the crop type. We've got multiple opportunities in the display to select crop type. It's not something I typically need to see on run one. I can change it on run two. I can go into my automation menus. I can change it in there as well. So typically I will modify that run one screen layout a little bit. I will select create a new layout based off the default. So I always want to start with the default. That way I'm going to have the cross section. I'm going to have the loss columns across the bottom, because being able to see them is fairly critical to being able to go in and dial automation in, get it working, and then visualize what it's doing as we're running through the field. So I'm going to create a new layout. I'm just going to call it A quick. So once I've created a new name for a new layout, it's going to start with that default. And one of the items I do change typically is going to be that crop type. So I will change crop type a lot of times to my moisture. That way I can see as I'm going through the field what my moisture is running. The other thing I sometimes change to, and I might put it in place of my shortcut buttons, but I will sometimes, if I've got a machine with in-cab adjustable residue control, I will put my left, center, and right presets up on the display when I'm doing beans so that I can change that as well. So we go back to our run screen. We now have our moisture up there. We've got our bushels per hour and our bushels per acre over here. So we can see those items from that run one screen now.